Hi everybody, I'm Howard and this is Otter's Corner. Today we're going to look at a question often looked at by other financial YouTubers and written about in all financial media. We're going to look at the Roth IRA slash 401k versus a traditional IRA 401k. Now, there's a couple differences in how we look at that as far as retirement versus pre-retirement. It's going to be a little bit of a different outlook, but for anybody before retirement, important. For anybody already in retirement, important if you have a Roth 401k or IRA right now. And I take a little bit more of a simplistic approach to this, and I think it's a better approach. But for me, it's all based upon a question of taxes and tax rates. And I'm going to give you a little bit of an example of that. Now, when I say that, it's a question of what is your tax rate now when you're investing your money in an IRA or a 401k. And also let me say, there are very few Roth 401ks. So I'm going to talk about IRAs, but this holds true for 401ks also. Some employers offer it, some don't. Anyway, we'll limit it to an IRA right now. It means the same for 401k though, so don't worry about that. So what's your tax rate now when you're investing versus what's your tax rate going to be when you withdraw the money? And that's the hard part. It's like Social Security and knowing when you're going to die. You don't know, but you can make some educated guesses. Now, typically, and this is why I say we're going to separate those before retirement and those after retirement. Those before retirement are earning money. They pretty much know what their tax rate's going to be. They know how much they're going to earn. They know we're going to fall. We're going to talk about a 12% tax rate today. Now, there's all sorts of various tax rates, 10, 12, 22, 24, 32, 35, 37. Most people are going to fall 12 or lower. So I'm going to talk about the 12% tax rate, which is probably the most common. Now, when you're typically young, and you're earning a lower salary, you have a lower tax rate. So the question is, if your tax rate when you invest is lower than when you are going to withdraw the money when you retire, the Roth is a good idea. If it's the other way around and you're later in your career, maybe in your 50s, you're earning a lot of money, maybe you're in that 24, 32% tax rate, and you plan to earn less after you retire and withdrawing the money, so you'll be in a lower tax rate, traditional IRA is the way to go. And if your tax rate's going to be the same, if you're 12% now and you're 12% in the future, and this is the controversial part, it makes no difference. Both plans come out the same, and let me give you a quick example here. We're looking at a $5,000 investment, all right? You're in a 12% tax rate. If you're looking at a traditional IRA or 401k, you're going to take that $5,000. We're going to assume 45 years. It could be a different number. Doesn't matter for this example. You're going to earn 7% on average annually. After that 45 years, you're going to have $105,012 just from this $5,000. All right? You're in a 12% tax rate when you retire and withdraw the money. Same tax rate we started with, okay? $12,601 your tax. You're going to net out $92,411. Now, if you're in a Roth IRA, you're a 12% tax bracket. You're going to take that $5,000. You're going to pay taxes on that. 12% would be $600, excuse me, $600 in taxes. So you're going to invest the remaining portion, which is $4,400. So you've paid your taxes up front. You're done with taxes. You're going to withdraw this money tax-free, the greatest thing in the world. This has got to be better, right? 45 years, 7%. What is that? $4,400 come out to $92,411. $92,411. It's exactly the same. So if your tax rate's the same when you invest versus when you retire, it's a wash. It doesn't matter. So the tricky part is knowing what are your tax rates going to be when you're retired and you're withdrawing money. Now, the other part that comes into play here are conversions. You can take money from your traditional 401 IRA and convert it to a Roth IRA, and it's the same math. What's your tax rate now versus what's your tax rate later when you're going to withdraw from it? For instance, right now, I'm retired. I have my tax rate that I know I'm going to pay, and the question is, when I start withdrawing, I have some Roth money, not a lot, but I have some Roth money. When I start taking that money out of the Roth, is my tax rate going to be higher or lower? My guess is for most people, it's going to be about the same if you're already retired. And if it's the same, again, it doesn't matter. You don't have to bother doing those conversions. However, if you think your rate's going to go up, and for instance, you're single and the tax rate cap is $47,150, and you've only earned, your taxable income is only $40,000, you can take that other $7,150 out of your traditional IRA and move it over to your Roth, and then that'll earn interest, dividends, capital appreciation, tax-free, and you can take it out when you're in a higher tax bracket because you already only paid 12%. But that's the key. Know your tax bracket. Guess your tax bracket when you're retired. That's the tricky part. Now, a lot of people say, hey, taxes are going to go up, tax rates are going to go up. That is possible. The tax breaks we were given several years ago during the Trump administration expire. 2026, they could go back up a few percent. Or some people are saying tax rates are going to go up anyway. Now, personally, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think Republicans will let that happen. I don't even know that Democrats want to do that, even though they know it's needed. The only way to fight deficits, if we're not going to cut spending, is to have higher tax rates. Not a very popular thing to do, not a way to get reelected. So I don't know that we're going to see that and that's going to happen. So think about it. Where's your tax rate now? What's it going to be when you withdraw money from your IRAs? Same tax rate, break even, doesn't matter. So let me know if you have questions. Let me know if you have comments. Let me know if you disagree. There are people who disagree with this. Some people say you should have money in both a Roth and a traditional so that when you are retired and you're drawing money out, you have the flexibility to take some taxable, tax deferred, whichever way you want to go, and manage your taxes. But what I'm saying is you can do that, but if you're doing a Roth, you may have already lost the battle and paid higher taxes because you did a Roth when your tax rate was higher. So it's okay to have both, but concentrate when you have low income and you're in a low tax bracket on that Roth, and then switch to traditional. Again, 401k, IRA, doesn't matter. All right, subscribe. You guys have really helped me out lately. Subscribe, like my videos. Let's get the message out. Comment, tell me what you want to talk about, what you want to hear about. Someone suggested this topic. I'm ready and willing to do them. I got a lot lined up. Let me know. Thanks again. We'll see you next time. Bye.